With a bright smile, Argenti catches your kiss with his right hand, then slowly brings it to his chest. A kiss from you? How lovely, I will forever keep it in my heart. Caught off guard by the kiss blown, Anaxa's face reddens even more. He tries to remain composed, looking away to hide his flustered expression. I hate that, he muttered, clearly trying to mask his embarrassment. His heart, however, hammered hard against his chest, betraying his true feelings. Your gesture catches Aventurine off guard, causing him to blink in surprise, his cheeks tinged with a shade of pink. You little devil, Aventurine chuckled, hiding his flustered expression behind a smirk. You really know how to catch me off guard, don't you? Blade raises an eyebrow at that action. Gives you a blank and uninterested stare before turning away. Boothill let out a laugh, amused but not surprised by your flirty behavior. With a smirk and roll of his eyes, Boothill pulled you down by your wrist, right up and onto his lap. His arm wraps around your waist, keeping you locked in place. Careful there, sweetheart. You ain't trying to make me malfunction, oh yeah? Caelus. You've got some nerve. Blows a bigger kiss back. Heng. Did you come to the databank to do anything? Or are you just going around flirting as usual? With an annoyed huff, Jiaoqiu got up from his seat and stalked across the room towards you. He stops in front of you, crossing his arms as he looks down at you. You have some damn nerve, he says, his voice low and almost menacing. Who do you think you are, blowing kisses at me like that? Gepard, taken aback by your actions, he couldn't help but be flustered and awkward. His cheeks flushed red at your display of affection. Excuse me, miss, what was that for? Gallagher chuckled with a smirk as he caught the kiss. He leaned over the counter, closing the proximity between the two of you. You're soaked, darling. Jiaoqiu tilts his head to the side and furrows the space between his eyebrows, his smile turning slightly puzzled. His ears perked up a bit in response though. That's a new way of saying hello, the Foxian murmurs to himself, folding his arms over his chest. Though his smile never falters, he seems even more intrigued by your actions, not that any other reaction is visible on his calm, expressionless face. Jing Yuan. The general smirks. Without warning, he grabs your waist and pulls you against him. I prefer something more physical, sweetheart. Luka, sorry, I don't have time for pretty girls. I got a city to protect. Luocha, oh my, the tall man chuckled in amusement, catching the flying kiss and blowing one in return. Quite a unique way to greet me, I must say. I've never met someone as playful as you. Moze's silver eyes widened minutely. He wasn't used to outward gestures of affection like this. He tried hard to maintain his usual serious expression, but there was an unmistakable flutter of warmth in his chest. The corner of his mouth twitched, the closest thing to a smile he ever allowed himself. What was this girl doing? Mydei's eyes darken at the gesture. The kiss, so casual and unexpected, catches him off guard for a brief moment. A muscle tenses in his jaw as he regards you with a mix of irritation and curiosity. Careful now. His voice is a low rumble, like distant thunder. I might think you're issuing a challenge. The corner of his mouth curls up in a half smile, and he takes a step closer, his eyes never leaving yours. Phainon's eyes widen at your unexpected gesture, a slight blush tinting his cheeks. He quickly regains his composure but can't help a soft smile from tugging at the corners of his lips. "Well, it seems I've stumbled upon an admirer, have I?" he replies. His voice a mix of surprise and amusement. "It's not often someone attempts to charm me so bluntly. What's your name, dear one?" Sampo is caught off guard by your action and he blinks a few times before he regains his composure. He lets out a small chuckle, still smiling slyly. He looks you up and down a bit before he speaks up. Well, aren't you a little charmer? I like you already," he says, flashing a wink. Screwllum looks you up and down, taking note of your appearance. "Ah, my guest likes to flirt. I am pleased." Sunday, caught off guard by your unexpected gesture, the usually poised Sunday's eyes widened, and a faint blush crept onto his cheeks. A rare moment of genuine surprise crossed his face as he caught the imaginary kiss, the action so innocent yet charming in its unexpectedness. After a brief pause, he composed himself and, with a playful glint in his eyes, sent a kiss back to you, his lips curling into a subtle smile. Welt sees your gesture, but remains cool and composed. If you had expected a flustered reaction, you would be sorely mistaken. He simply gives you a polite smile, but his eyes show a calm indifference, as if he had seen such a gesture a million times over. He says, in a slightly mocking tone, "How flattering.